Time to record a video. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. My name is twitchsopamanxx, and I love to play Red Orchestra 2. But that's not here what I'm going to talk about today, as you probably saw in the thumbnail. And first of all, to the people that watch me, which are very, very few. Sorry about not uploading videos before. I wanted to make a video about something like this, related to the LOLCOWS situation that's been happening. And I called it on Twitter, I call it out the year of the LOLCOW, because there are way too many people right now. Too many of the LOLCOWS. There are a lot of LOLCOWs on the internet. If you ever go to Kiwi Farms, by the way, go in there and you're going to find that there's like pages upon pages upon pages of crazy LOLCOWs from other countries. From Chile, we have like 2 LOLCOWs kind of. And, you know, there are a lot of these ones. I'm not here to talk about that, though. I'm not here even to talk about Red Orchestra 2, which is a game that you shouldn't play because it's too hard for you. You should never play Red Orchestra 2. That game will fuck you loveless. You're never going to win in that game. So don't bother. Don't bother trying to play it. But I am going to talk a little bit, as you probably saw in the thumbnail and on the name of the video. I'm going to talk about what creates a LOLCOW. And the reason why I'm making this, and shoutouts to Tom Dark, because he made a video about this about 2 years ago, I think, or last year. I'm not sure. I think he made it last year, I think. Almost like a year ago. Tom Dark, I'm a big fan of his channel. He seems like a very honest guy. I mean, only from what I've seen from his videos. I haven't never interacted with him. He seems like a pretty nice guy, so shoutouts to him. I'm going to post the link of that video in the description. And I wanted to talk a little bit about what narcissism and what creates LOLCOWs and all of their shared traits, because believe it or not, all LOLCOWs share similar traits, and that's the entertaining part of it. So the reason why I made this video, even though I don't like to make videos that other people have made before, like if I make a video, it's going to be something that normally has not been discussed in the past, and I don't like to copy other people's stuff. In this one, I'm making an exception because I think that Tom Dark, when he made his video, it was a little bit disorganized. He was talking a little bit about like 20 different things, and I don't know if he went enough in depth about the cows themselves. Not saying that I'm going to do a much better job, but I do like to organize my ideas a little bit before I start talking about stuff. And this is the same thing that I'm doing here. I'm going to put this a little bit closer. There we go. Sorry. Sound check for this. Trying to get it a little bit more crunchy and better audio. But here are some of the things that we need to define. The very first thing that we need to define, and I'm going to show you a lot of videos, and all these videos are going to be linked in the description. And if someone wants to copyright strike this video, if for showing like 10 seconds or 15 seconds of a clip from one of the LOLCOWs, I mean, you're free to do so. And I'm going to follow all the legal routes to prevent people from copyright striking it. But if they do get copyright struck, I'm gonna remove the video. I'm only gonna put in the audio, I guess, and I'm just gonna put in like whatever pictures of, I guess, of a cow shitting or something. I don't know. But if someone tries to take advantage of the copyright system, I do want to warn you that I will take advantage of that system as well. Every single video that a person that tries to copyright strike me in the name of someone or for another reason, I'm gonna copyright strike them back. Just so you know. Even if it's false, like if the system doesn't work, exploit it until they fix it. That's my idea. So the first thing I want to talk about is this. So the definition of narcissism, because this is the first thing that all LOLCOWs have. And like I said in this video, what I'm going to be talking about, I'm going to be talking about LOLCOWs. I'm going to be talking about what makes a LOLCOW. And also, I'm going to be talking about the different examples and traits that all LOLCOWs share together. And finally, I'm going to show you a bunch of videos about all the things that these LOLCOWs have done. Not all of them, and I'm not going to go into like 20 minutes of video. It's going to be like 10, 15 seconds, but that's more than enough. And if you want to go into it and look for it yourselves, there's no problem. So the first thing that we need to do before we even start with this is we need to have a definition, a shared definition. And I just Googled it, and I went on Google and I just typed LOLCOW. And the definition of LOLCOW, which is a noun, is a person or group of people laughed at for actions that they take despite not trying to be funny. They may try to take themselves seriously, but are often milked for laughs with or without their knowledge. And I agree with this statement. That's pretty much what a LOLCOW is. A LOLCOW is essentially a person that's delusional in their own mind. They think that they're the bomb. They think that they're amazing. They think that they are worth much more than they actually are. In the thumbnail, I put in a lot of different people. I didn't have enough to put in maybe Chance Wilkins, or I don't know, like that guy that made the bomb threat and lives out of and is homeless, or like I said, there are a lot of LOLCOWS in the world. I can't possibly make like a video that or a thumbnail that encapsulates all of them at the same time. That would be impossible. There's not enough space in a computer or in a picture or in a Paint document to be able to do that. I'm sorry, I can't. If you do it, congratulations on you. And like I said, I always have my little script here. And the first thing that I do want to talk about is exactly what the definition of a narcissist is. So in case people don't know, I'm just going to zoom it in a little bit. But I went on Google and I wanted to have a definition because I know what narcissism is, but I think it's always important to be able to define definitions before you're able to use them. And narcissism is a self-centered personality style characterized as having an excessive preoccupation with oneself and one's own needs, often at the expense of others. So, yeah, pretty much all LOLCOWS, what do you want? All LOLCOWS do the same thing, always, at all times. And it is pretty much what defines a LOLCOW. Narcissism is the first trait that all of them share. They have insane love for themselves, even though they don't deserve it. And the second thing that I did after I got rid of this, I went over and I tried to look at what exactly causes a LOLCOW. Again, this is just Google, but it's the same idea. And I went into it and this is what they have. Even though it's not known exactly, I try to look at some videos on YouTube that explain narcissism and the possible causes. And this one sums it up pretty well. Even though it says it's not known what directly causes it, from a psychological perspective, it's this, at least. The environment. Parent-child relationships with either too much adoration or too much criticism that don't match the child's actual experiences and achievements. From a psychological perspective, this makes sense. I haven't even gotten to the LOLCOW parts yet, and I'm going to show you the symptoms before I show you the videos because I think it's important to get this straight. But basically it makes sense. When you have parents or people that raise you, it doesn't have to be your mother and father. It can be adoptive parents. It can be surrogate parents. It can be your grandparents, uncles, sometimes even your brother or your sister if the situation merits it, which is unfortunate, but it happens in this reality. I was lucky. I was brought up by a mother and a father that love me and were stern but fair. So I was very lucky in that regard. I always give praises to I'm not a religious person. I don't believe in anything, but I always give praise to whoever's listening, that my luck was so good that I was born into a good family that supported me, despite my many fuck-ups in life, which weren't that many, but I did have some. So when a parent or a father figure praises you too much, people start to believe that shit. You know, people start to believe, wow, I must be really good at something. That's why, from a psychological perspective, I'm an English teacher. From a psychological perspective, it's a bad idea to be overtly praising people for achievements. Achievements should be praised in the appropriate way and to the appropriate level of the effort that they put into it. I'll give you an example, a very simple example. I'm an English teacher. So if a student that I'm teaching English to, for example, says, I am feel good, and I say, actually, well, to clarify it, the expression in English when you want to refer to feel good, you just say, I feel good. You know, I write it down on the whiteboard and everything, even though most of my classes are online, but you get the point. And then the next time that he's about to make that mistake, just to give you a very simple example, he says, like, for example, I feel good. And I say, you know what I do? I'm sorry, I'm going to make a little loud noise. I clap my hands and I said, there you go. That's it. Perfect. Good job. And we move on. And that's it. And that is the appropriate level of effort. Now, if a kid, for example, like breaks his back and gets like, I don't know, all straight A's, A+, whatever you Americans have with your grading system. I never understood the American grading system, to be fair. A, B, C's are basically ranges of letters or things. So if a student, for example, gets all A+, and then he goes home to his parents, and this happens. Hey, this happens. And I know people have heard about it. People that are watching the video have heard about this. They go over to their house and they're like, Mom, Dad, look, I got perfect grades in everything. And the parents go over and tell you, what the fuck? Like, that's it? A+? Why not A++? Mom and Dad, that doesn't exist. Shut the fuck up, man. You suck. that creates in the child a fuck up in the head because they're taking too much criticism that doesn't match the child's actual experiences and achievements. So they're enforcing narcissism. They're enforcing their life like I am superior to everyone else. And the same thing happens in the other way when you give like overpraise to something. Like, you know, when you're a child and you went with like little like stick house to your parents and here, mom, I made this for you. Now, obviously, when you're little, you need that love. You need it to develop your idea or your concept of love for yourself. Not extreme, just enough so you say, wow, you did this? Holy shit, this is amazing. Good job, buddy. I love it. And then they hang it up like in the doorway and everyone sees it. And, you know, some parents are more proud than others, obviously. But it's there. And the child feels pride. And that pride is good when it's not excessive. But if the child, eats his plate of veggies or something, like he's like, I hate veggies. Eat your veggies. They're good for you. Ooh, okay, I'll eat them. And then he eats them and the mother's like, yeah, motherfucker, you did it. Yeah, chest bump. Ooh, I'm going to give you $1 million because you ate your vegetables. That's creating too much adoration on the student, on the child. And that creates the problem. Oh, shut the fuck up. What's up? Shut the fuck up. Not now. I don't want to look at what's up right now. I'm done. I'm done with work for today. It's 11 a.m. It's 11 p.m. I don't need to work today. But always, and this is something that I tell parents when I'm teaching them English, and we talk about different things during the class, I tell them the best way to do it, all rewards should be commensurate to the effort. So, you know, always like that. How do you define that? That's different. But this is basically narcissism. And this is the main thing. Environment, I think, is the principal one, if you ask me, my professional opinion. And then we start looking at the symptoms. Again, I haven't even gotten to the LOLCOWS yet because this is so important to define it first. So the first thing is the symptoms. And the symptoms, I mean, vary. And this is something that is so important to clarify. And I've talked about this with other people as well when I do my streams on Twitch. If you want to join my streams on Twitch, you know, give me a follow on twitchsopamanxx. The links are in the comments, in the description, video description. And you have to understand that just because you have some of these symptoms doesn't mean that you are a full-blown narcissist. Like, you can have different symptoms and you can have them to different levels. It's like autism. If you have like 3 symptoms of autism and they're very like mild, that means that you have a very mild case of autism. It doesn't mean that you're just going to be like, you know, like shaking back and forth or repeating, I am a surgeon. You're not going to do that. It's not like that. There are more extreme cases than others, obviously, of course. But just because you have 1 or 2 of these symptoms does not mean that you haven't. Now, I would say that if you have like 3/4 or all of these ones, that's enough to be able to define you as a narcissist, which is a LOLCOW trait. So have an unreasonably high have an unreasonably high sense of self-importance and require constant excessive admiration. So low tier god, I'm just going to be enumerating these ones because low tier god, DSP, and Wings of Redemption. Wings of Redemption to a degree, he's a little different. Feel that they deserve privileges and special treatment. Low tier god, DSP, Wings of Redemption. Expect to be recognized as superior even without achievements. You know what I'm going to say. Make achievements and talents seem bigger than they are. Yes, 100%. And this is especially, I mean, for all 3 of the LOLCOWS that I'm going to be discussing, but especially for Darkside Phil, that did you know that he won the 4th place at EVO because that copy was boycotted and all the professionals from America did not want to participate and everyone just called him a bitch afterwards? There's videos of that online. Be preoccupied with fantasies about success, power, brilliance, beauty of the perfect mate. I'm not sure if I can define this because we never hear them talk about this. Believe they are superior to others and can only spend time with or be understood by equally special people. This is like half true. Because there are no other equally special people that they hang around them with. They're too much of a bunch of losers. There are not that many special people that do that. Be critical of and look down on people they feel are not important. This is low tier god, DSP, and Wings of Redemption. Low tier god bans people that beat him in video games. Wings of Redemption bans anyone that gives him any constructive criticism, good or bad. And DSP, if you're not talking about him, he gets angry. And you're nothing. Unless you're donating money to him, you're nothing. Expect special favors and expect other people to do what they want without questioning them. This is the 3 LOLCOWS when they're begging for money. Take advantage of others to get what they want. Yes. Have an inability or unwillingness to recognize the needs and feelings of others. Yes. Be envious of others. I mean, this is just LOLCOW 101. Like, every single LOLCOW is like, why did I get invited to Evo? Man, fuck these N-words, N-words, N-words. That's all that low-tier bitch does. He says the N-word a lot of times because he hates himself, but he also loves himself. It's a weird, strange way of doing it. Behaving in an arrogant way, I mean, brag a lot and come across as conceited. Yes, all the time. I did nothing wrong. I did everything correct. And obviously, finally, insist on having the best of everything. For instance, the best car or office. This is amusing because DSP, Darkside Pig, actually had a little situation with this, and I'm going to get to a little bit in a few minutes. And the things that happen when something doesn't go their way, when they receive criticism, which is become impatient or angry when they don't receive. I mean, this is just, I don't need to say it. Become impatient or angry when they don't receive special recognition or treatment. Have major problems interacting with others and easily feel slighted. This is all the LOLCOWs when they're in an interview with other people, like real interviews. They're basically keyboard warriors. They hide behind their keyboards, and the moment that something goes bad, they're like there are videos of like Wings of Redemption getting told to shut up by his teammates, and he instantly turns into a total fucking pussy, a total absolute bitch. It's amusing because it's the same guy that like a second ago he's like, man, why are you helping? And a guy screams, shut up! And he's like, he doesn't cry, but you know, he has that little like baby crying that he does. React with rage or contempt. I mean, yeah. Have difficulty managing their emotions and behavior. Yes. Experience problems dealing with stress and adapting to change. Yes. I mean, a DSP, again, one example, DSP can't change his schedule because he can't. Like, man, they can ask him, like, man, why don't you just take, like, 2 days off? And he's like, oh, my God, what a fucking retard. And then bans them because they gave a very good, concise point. Withdraw from and avoid situations in which they might fail. Wings of Redemption, retreating from the camping trip. Feel depressed and moody because they fall short of perfection, all of them. Have secret feelings of insecurity, shame, humiliation, fear of being exposed to failure. I mean, this is just all of them. This is amazing. So they all have these traits. And what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to show you, by the way, like I said, I have a little list of things of that, like I said, I have a little script where I have like big bullet points, and then I just give a few examples of this. So I'm going to show you a few of the videos, very quick videos, not all of them. I mean, I'm going to show you all of them, but not like all the video. Just a little bit of them. And like I said, the traits that all LOLCOWs share, just let me shrink this real quick so I can here we go. The trait that all LOLCOWs share is narcissism, and you saw all the symptoms, inability to admit mistakes, obviously, and they blame others for their mistakes. Those are the three main things that create a LOLCOW. You can have them to a much higher or lesser degree, but this is essentially every single LOLCOW. And you can test this. If you want to call it the sopamanxx test of LOLCOWdom, do it. They are excessively narcissistic, they have inability to admit mistakes, and they blame others for their mistakes. And I'm going to show you one person that I just remembered that I wanted to talk about in this video. I'm going to talk about one specific person because I've talked about him before, but I'm going to show you this at the end of the video. And I'm going to show you 3 specific examples, which there are many videos of, and there are more videos here than you can count. There are probably hundreds, if not thousands of videos talking about this. And I'm going to show you some of them. Low tier cunt being a worthless bitch because he calls everyone that beats him in Tekken and in any other game a worthless N-word. I wish I could say it, but I can't. He calls everyone a worthless N-word for beating him. Wings of Redemption banning players that are better than him. In other words, the other point that I said, blaming others for their mistakes or their inability to admit mistakes, which are connected. And finally, Darkside Pig, who decided to destroy a $300 or $400 joystick by a very good company that worked perfectly. The joystick worked perfectly. All to justify his delusion that he is perfect and that he can't make mistakes. I'm going to show you videos, and I'm going to post all these videos in the comment section. I'm sorry, in the video description after I post it. So I'm going to show you all of these guys. Let's take a look at some of the things that these people have done. Let's take a look at, we're going to start from left to right, and then finally I'm going to give you a little bonus because I just remember something that I want to show you, which is amusing too. So the first thing is, again, I'm not going to show you all the video, we're just going to show you 20 seconds of this, but the link here, I forgot to give it a like, there we go.
Gonna blame a comeback mechanic, bro. I'm always gonna blame a comeback mechanic. If I'm winning a match and the nigga pops a one button on me, right, that gives them a plus frame fucking advantage in one button activations, that has nothing to do with my skill.
Get ready.
That's in there so a sorry bum nigga could beat me. Bro, like, you act like I didn't play real fighting games or some shit. This shit's fake. This is not Tekken. Oh yeah, with armor, I forgot.
Tú también lo crees, ¿no?
Why should I have to counter idiocy? You know what I'm saying? How come they...
This goes on for a while. I'm not going to go and gobsmack you with all the horrible things that this noob is saying. And by the way, shout outs to the $121,000 debt and the fact that he has a daughter. He denied it, but you know, I don't believe anything he says. In fact, not believing LOLCOWS is what keeps people mentally sane. But basically, this is the part of what I was talking about when I was talking about all the symptoms. I mean, the first thing is he loves himself too much, and like I said, doesn't have the ability to admit mistakes. Like, he doesn't improve, and this is a shared thing about all LOLCOWS, like Dale Wilson here. They think that they get to a point where they don't need to get better. I made a video about Wings of Redemption a while ago about how he has like 10,000, 12,000, 15,000, 20,000 hours playing Rainbow Six, and he absolutely sucks at the game. And the reason is, like I've always said, it's because these people do not have the ability to change. They do not have the ability to say, I do this way and I can't change it because it's already perfect, which is not the way that it works. So when someone comes in and breaks that, they don't know how to react. They're like, but I'm doing everything right. What the fuck is happening? And then they end up getting fucked by it. And like I said, I'm not going to show you all the video. This next video is from DSP because there's so much here. There's so much here. But let's look at the classic one. This is a classic right here. Again, all the videos are in the link, so go give us up to Paddles and everyone else.
I did nothing wrong. I did everything correct, legally. Everything was right, and now I get fucked.
Okay, so real quick about that. I've seen the intro of this. What the fuck? What the fuck? Sorry, that was completely unrelated. But this is something that DSP has been saying for the longest time, and it is his fault, and he did nothing right, absolutely, by the way. He did everything wrong, and he did nothing correct. And this is a guarantee. Like, I would say that one of the first things that fucked up his life was that he told people to click on AdSense when that's illegal, and then he lost his right to make YouTube money out of that, and then he never had any sponsors. Well, he had one, but he lost it immediately because people were like, no, don't get sponsored by this guy. Don't sponsor this guy, cheers. And that website apparently was also a scam, so it was just like a scammer taking advantage of a scammer. And then you have all the times that he has fucked up. And again, there are many videos of this. I just found this one, which is pretty good. Again, 3 minutes. I'm not going to show you all of it, but this is just some of the things. So I'm going to show you a video, and I'm going to show you dipshit pick, making mistakes, live on stream. What is this fucking pick? Fuck that thing. I don't want that. So let's take a look at some of the things that he has done in the past to... Let me just show you him making mistakes, and you judge.
For nothing. For absolutely nothing. I did nothing wrong. Great.
Ran into the car, into a tree.
I did nothing wrong.
Okay, he did nothing.
I didn't do anything.
I didn't do anything. It's the same thing, by the way, until today. This is like 4 years old. These are clips from like 12 years ago, 13 years ago. He's been doing this for a long time, and he's terrible at it. And the amusing thing about this, the thing that's just very, very fun about this, is the fact that these excuses are exactly the same as the ones that he's having today. It's the same thing. I didn't do that. I didn't do it. I didn't do anything. The bottom did it on its own. And they're all false excuses. And I'm going to get to it because there's evidence of falsedom about this. I'm going to get to it.
I did nothing wrong at all. They're trying to kill me. I did nothing wrong at all. This is my punishment for nothing. I did nothing wrong. Now I gotta go back again to try to do this again because it didn't work properly. I did nothing wrong. I did nothing wrong.
See how fucking embarrassing it is. Anyway, this makes me cringe, so I'm not going to show you all of it, but it's fucking embarrassing. By the way, this is a quote-unquote adult with the mentality of a fucking toddler saying, I did nothing wrong. I did everything correct. Okay, then why did it fuck up? Because everyone else was wrong? No. It's because Darkside Phil is a delusional fuck. And I'm going to show you more videos about him. But like I said, if you want to watch the rest of this videos, go over to the links on the description of the comment section, give it a like, give it a sub, and give a sub to this channel if you like it. And if you like the content, you give it a like. And if you don't like it, you give it a dislike. You know what to do. And if you want to sub to the channel, to YouTube, to my channel, you know, right there. And, well, you know, just reminding you of that. And give me a follow on Twitch, please, please, please. Total whore for follows on Twitch, please. Totally. I want to get like 1 million followers on Twitch. I don't even care if I get like 100 on YouTube, but that's a different thing. Let's move on to Wings of Redemption. I'm going to go back to DSP because this is amusing. And this is one of the ones that, I mean, Wings follows all the traits, but he also has one extra one. He has one extra ability, which is pity. He exploits people. He wants to be mocked and ridiculed so that people feel pity for him, so that he can get money from people. It's the same thing that Boogie does. You know, they have that victim mentality. But I want to clarify, not all the LOLCOWS have that. Not all of them. I want to say that if I had to guess a number, 50% of them do. And they use themselves as a sad example. Like, I think that Low Tier God has never done it, but I'm not sure. I think he's too narcissistic to admit it. This is their own weakness. DSP has done it. He's like, if I don't pay the bills, I'm going to lose my house, which is a fucking lie, by the way, because he spends all his money on WWE champions, which has already been proven. But Wings of Redemption is a very unique case in that he makes people feel sorry for him. And before you watch this little clip, which some of you have probably watched, I want to point out something about this. So Wings of Redemption, this is a very like quick overview of this, said, I want to lose weight, so I want to get surgery. And he asked people for donations, and he ended up getting, I don't know, like, let's say $20,000. And he used half of that money to go to a much cheaper surgery location in Mexico, I think. So he ended up pocketing $10,000 of the surgery. So he lied about it. And obviously that's scumbag behavior of him. And right now, if you watch him today, he weighs, I think he weighs more. So this motherfucker is such a fucking loser that he said, I wanted it so bad, this surgery. And then he failed because he keeps eating fucking Wendy's and everything else. He's a fat piece of shit loser, and I hope he fucking dies. I'm not saying he should kill himself. I hope that he dies. By the way, big difference. So let's watch this little clip.
I really need to make this fucking money. I really wanted to get this fucking surgery, man. I wanted it so fucking bad. I just can't do it. I can't take this shit no more, man.
This is a classic from the internet. I've watched this so many times. In fact, the other day I got a follower on Twitch that was like, look here, look, listen. And I was like, he told me I'm the first person that recognized him, and we just talked a little bit about how, yeah, it's kind of sad that people don't know about this fucking, like, milestones of the internet. So this piece of shit Wings scams his audience all the time. He says, like, I don't got no money to eat. A person donated $500. Yo, I'm only going to get, like, $100, so fuck your donation. What a fucking loser. Like, I really hope he dies. I legitimately hope he dies. He's such a scumbag. But, you know, this is an ability that Wings has, is to make himself look pathetic. And a lot of LOLCOWS do this, but like I said, not all of them. But some of them do, where they purposefully denigrate themselves and try to make people give pity donations. DSP does this when he says, I'm going to lose my house, I need money to pay my bills. He gets like, I don't know, like $5,000, $6,000 now. He's been losing a lot of income because the whales that he has have been not donated as much lately, which is fantastic. I love that, by the way. That's a really good thing. And he has been basically just like lying to people because like $6,000 a month is more than that. But he has the WWE champions. He gets DoorDash, Jin. This has already been proven completely empirically true by the bank leagues. He spends pretty much like 90% of his money on WWE champions. And the 10% he spends it on food and like, I think it's back taxes, if I'm not crazy. It might actually be true. but I don't believe anything. So there's one. And here's another one, which is Wings of Redemption. Blaming the Steam compilation. This one is 4 years old, and there's another one, I think, that is more recent. Yeah. So Wings of Redemption, like I said, I made a video about this before, about how he has, again, I've said like 500-pound man. Yeah, pretty much. About how he plays this game a lot, Skibble, and he's terrible at it. So let's look at some of this.
You're not a level 134 with your movement. Yes, it's a Smurf
There you
account.
go, the blaming begins.
Alright, we're dropping Tony as well, man. I'm sorry, Tony, but like, you're just not ranked material, man.
Guys, you gotta pay attention to the fuck.
I know where it is, but nobody's helping me. Dude, I'm not putting my team down. It's just like they don't help. Yeah, we probably shouldn't have Ghost Dumonte. He's not a very good one.
Wait, what just happened?
Bottom of the scoreboard. The last one, by the way, to be fair, the last one, this guy, okay, like 1 kill, and if everyone has like, he's the bottom of the scoreboard, I would agree. I would say like, you probably need to get rid of him.
We probably shouldn't have Ghost Dumonte. He's not a very good one.
Wait, what just happened, man?
We went on against a team I'd be trying to get y'all to play like. Come on, dude. You guys suck. Where did I get shot from? Oh my god, dude. Nobody's helping me. Really? Nah, this is a squad, man.
I've said this before, and I won't say it again, but Wings is normally either the first one to die or the last one to die, because he's always camping in locations. He doesn't have an aggressive playstyle. Like I said, I made a video about this, talking about it. But Wings, this is Wings' entire MO. He blames other people for his fuck-ups, and this is always the same for low-tier bitch, for Wings, and for DS Peak. Always. Always. They always blame others for their own failures. Again, I'm not going to show everything. And here's a newer compilation, which is just a little bit better. I already gave my like, so it's there.
You should be playing and not standing around. Come on, guys. Stop moving forward. Crown, are you not talking? Yeah, don't trust teammates. Come on, help. Probably not be nice every now and then when you die. Give me some feedback. Can't do anything because half our team wants to sit on top. That's not kind of harsh, dude. What's kind of harsh is he constantly comes in and drags me down and makes me lose. When you die as often as you're doing, what happens is like you just give the enemy UAVs you and flipping the spawn. Like, let's pick a spot and sit in it.
Yeah, guys, the fuck, dude. Pick a fucking spawn.
Time expires in 10 seconds.
Wow. How would you not?
Hold on. Gotta look at this again.
Time expires in 10 seconds.
Again, bottom of the scoreboard. Second round. There is, I don't know who that is. I can't even see it. Ollie. I can't even see it. So fussy. But he's bottom of the scoreboard, and...
Wow. How would you not have the cross?
How did he run into sight?
Dog, there's a huge wall open over there. I had to stay behind the counter.
Also, I want to point out that his reflexes are that of a sloth. That's high on, like, Dramamine. It's pathetic. Like, the guy does not have reflexes. Like, a full second can pass before he shoots. And that's just him and his horrible diet and the fact that he's gonna get diabetes and have his leg chopped off. Anyway, again, I don't want to show the whole video, but it's right there. And finally, this is what I was talking about when I said I wanted to talk about this, because this is Darkside Phil. I'm a big fan of Mimology, by the way. And so shout outs to Mimo. But this is DSP, and to give you a little bit of context, a full context of this, so Darkside Pig, he plays fighting games, he's terrible at them. He's like the bare minimum of what you would describe as like above average, if that makes anything. He's the bare minimum of what you would describe as average. So he's not a good player, and every single time that he plays against like very good players, like actual like people that live off of this, they go on Twitch, they go on Twitter, they go on YouTube, and they have like channels with like maybe not a lot of hundreds of thousands of viewers, but they live off of this. They do it every day for hours and hours and hours, like Snake Eyes or like this other guy that beat him. I don't remember his name. But basically, DSP is the lowest tier of what you would describe as above average. He's not good, but he's above the normal person that plays it. So he's like maybe better than like, let's say, 40 to 50% of the player base, which isn't saying a lot because that's like the majority of video games. You're never going to get like that top 1%. And the context of this is that he started playing Street Fighter 6 about like a couple of months ago, pretty much a year ago, I think. And he started to blame two things. He started to blame the lag and the joystick. So the first thing about the lag, he said that he recently fixed it like 2 months ago. He said, oh, now I changed the option and everything's fine. Next day, he was back to blaming the lag. So that's already, I mean, this has already been proven that this guy is a compulsive, lying, delusional person. And the second thing, he started to blame the $300 joystick that is, from what I've seen, he's got 5 out of 5 reviews on the internet. It's perfect. Everyone likes it. There's absolutely no problem with this joystick, by the way. 0 problems with this joystick. 0. And he does the following.
This is the last time I buy a Kanba product. This is a disaster joystick. There is no reason for it to be like this at all. This is, like I said, this is literally one of the worst designed joysticks I've ever seen in my entire life. These idiots. Kanba. You pieces of You me on your ass $300 ripoff joystick where I can't put any stick I want in it because you designed it poorly because you're a bunch of idiots. You scam artists.
Okay, so a few things about that. When he got the joystick like 6 months ago, I want to say, I made a video about this on my YouTube channel like 7 months ago, where I was talking about, I don't know how he got the money for it, I think. Yeah, I made a video about it. But he's saying, what, obviously a lie, and let me clarify why it's a lie. He said like, oh, with this joystick now I can play it. And when he started to play the game with this joystick, he said, everything is working perfectly. My moves are coming out, which was a lie, again. Because the very next time that he was playing, he was blaming the lag and blaming the joystick and hitting the joystick hard. He was like, my fucking moves again! And he keeps hitting the joystick like an abusive owner. It's just retarded. It's so fucking stupid. Now, the reason why I call DSP, and this is another thing that these LOLCOWS have, which is delusion. This is the other trait that some LOLCOWS have. When I say delusion, I mean literally ignoring reality. This is so important to get this straight. Delusion is when you start ignoring the reality in front of you and you accept your own mentality as what's true. It's the same thing that happened in Chernobyl, the 2019 show, where I don't remember the name of the actors, but they're like, he's delusional, take him to the infirmary. And it's like, that was the whole point of the series. Like, what is the cost of lies? And this is the same thing. Like, DSP knows that the problem is not the joystick. He knows. Darkside Phil, the fucking retarded asshole, motherfucker, knows that there's nothing wrong with the joystick. Absolutely nothing. So what does he do? He disassembles it live on stream to say, oh my god, it's so bad, it's not working. It was working before. And then he did, like I said, 2 months ago, he said like, oh, I changed the setting. Now everything works perfectly. The very next stream, my inputs are dropping and everything else. And I'm going to get to that one more video because there's one more video that I want to show you before I get to the other case study that I want to show. And he says all this stuff. So it's a lie. And recently, I think like a week ago, he, look, I'm not even going to say it like he wants me to say it, but DSP got a joystick, quote unquote, as a gift from one of his viewers. That's a lie, by the way. He didn't get it from one of his viewers. He bought it. Because he's a compulsive liar. He says like, and an anonymous donation of all joystick, etc. That's a lie. He bought it himself for $400. And he's already playing, and already Mimology made a video. I mean, this is the video, I think. No, this is not the video, but he made a very recent video. I'm not going to show you that one, where he talks about it. He's like, oh, my moves are dropping again. And I think he's pretty much hitting the joystick, the $400 joystick that he already paid, that I guarantee he's paying with a credit card because he doesn't have any savings, by the way. So that's another video. And it's interesting that he called out a scam because I wanted to show this little thing right here about what the definition of a scam is. According to Google, again, just Google it if you want to find it. Fuck off with this thing. I hate ads so much. But plural, third form. And the definition here of a scam, I mean, they have more than one scam, but plural, third person, blah, blah, blah. A scam is an illegal trick, usually with the purpose of getting money from people or avoiding paying tax. And guess who did this? Darkside Phil did 2 things. He lies to people for money. He says, I did nothing wrong. I did everything correct. If I don't pay my bills, I'm going to lose my house. That's one thing that he says. And the second thing is avoiding paying tax. He declared bankruptcy, which was illegal. And he claimed $5,000 of business expenses every month, which is also false. Again, videos about this abound on the internet. Look him up. They're right there. Yeah, I'm not going to show you this. but he is by definition a scammer. So the fact that the scammer is calling other people scammers when they're not is fucking embarrassing. And finally, how I have evidence that it's not the controller's fault and it's Darkside Piggy's fault and not the rollback code or anything. There's this video. This one I'm not going to show you because there's like a lot of stuff here that you can all watch. This is very entertaining. I've watched some of it. I'm already subscribed, as you can see. And what he does, this person looks at the replays of Darkside Phil on the internet. They're openly available. I don't know how. I don't know how he gets them. But he gets them from somewhere. And what he does is he takes his video and he says like, okay, let's see if he's got the inputs. And then you see him playing and it's, oh shit, look at that. He made all the wrong button moves. And it's right here. Like there's so many like comments here that like point out like, hey, by the way, he lied. Someone sent this to Philly. He would just ignore it if they've never seen it. This is what I mean by delusion. Again, not every single LOLCOW is delusional, but most of them are. This is the whole point that I'm trying to make. This is the whole idea of what I'm trying to say. And again, I'm not going to show you the full video. In fact, I'm not going to show you anything because this is right there. I could like try to show you all the little ones, but it wouldn't really work too well with. Hold on. And this is what I mean. So there's so many of these ones that you can look at and nothing else to do. But here's the little bonus that I want to show you. So I don't even know what I've looked up here. Oh yeah, this stuff. But let me just show you. There's one more person that I want to talk about that I wanted to talk about before I made the video. I forgot while I was writing the notes and I wanted to add this person. Let's look at Mr. Jake James Lugo. I made a video about this person a while ago. So, hold on. Where's the home version? Come on, where's your video intro, man? So, I'm going to give you a little bit of context about this guy. A little bit of context. I made a video about him like 7 months ago. And some people helped me. There's a subreddit called Jake James Snark, I think. Lugo Snark, where people basically compile that this guy is narcissistic, is a loser, lives off of his parents, doesn't have a job, posts social media things all the time and is wasting his parents' money constantly, has worked like 3 freelance jobs in his life and nothing more, and that's it. And he has, and this is the main important thing, he has a dead YouTube channel. And when I say dead, I mean fucking dead. How many subscribers? 3.94, 1.4 thousand videos. I'm not going to show you all the links. None of these links work. I think that the only one is this one that works. Threads, Instagram, the Patreon. He's got a dead Patreon. He's got a dead Twitch. He's got a dead Instagram, I think. I don't even know what that is. Twitter is, he blocked me, and TikTok is also terrible. So, essentially, let me clarify. He's making maybe $20 off of YouTube per month. And he's spending it all on like selfies and pictures, and it's fucking embarrassing. Now, there's one video that I wanted to show, but I can't find it here, which was the intro video that he has. But he also apparently has a podcast. I don't know if he still has this. Let's talk. No, let's not. And he's got 6 likes. There's my dislike. It's just embarrassing, by the way. But basically, my whole point is that he lives with his parents. Again, this is already confirmed. This is all but confirmed. I would stake money on this, that he lives with his parents. He never shows his house. He's got a little sign on the door. He wastes all his money on stupid shit from Star Wars. But I could go into details about this guy, but there's really not that much to talk about. The guy doesn't have a job. He lives off his parents. He doesn't stream. He doesn't make any money. He lives off his parents. That's it. And it's embarrassing. It's legitimately embarrassing and pathetic. And I want to find one of his videos up here. So I'm going to try to find the video that I want to talk about, which is the intro video for his channel, which I think he removed it, actually. I think he might have removed it. So this is his most watched video, how to deal with sweaty hands and controller grip. And this was 7 or 8 years ago. And I'm pretty sure that he didn't have that many like subscribers. That's a good topic. Like, I think that's a good thing. But then you go down and then you start seeing that, oh my god, there's like nothing here. Here we go. Here's the Epic Channel trailer. So here's what I want to clarify when I say that Jake James Lugo has narcissism, which is the main attribute of a lolcow. And if you want more, you can go to, like I said, reddit.com, Jake James Lugo Snark, I think it's called. I'm gonna try to find it because I'm not sure that's the one. No, hold on. I'm gonna go to Google. Hold on. Jake James Lugo Snark. Oh, there's Reddit. Okay, perfect. There it is. Jake James Lugo Snark. Oh, come on. I wrote it. Oh, it's R. Okay. So yeah, whatever. And there are so many things here that you can go into. Oh shit. Okay. That you can go into here, but basically it's that Jake James Lugo is a guy who is completely narcissistic. I made this video about him. If you want to watch it, it's right there. It's also on my YouTube channel. And also, this one is amusing because... okay, so... oh my god, I don't even know how to give context for this, but let me just put this here. Let me just put this video here. So, Jake James Lugo... oh my god, doesn't have my dislike. What's wrong with me? This guy, in case you don't know, when you're making a panel... shut the fuck up, YouTube. When you're making a panel on YouTube... if you go to like, well, whatever, TV Pass Sampler, whatever this thing is, I guess is obviously it's got to be like a community of like weebs and whatever. When you make this is so important to clarify. When you go into one of these things, you pay people so that you can go and you're rating out the location to whoever wants to come in and see you. You're not forced to, and some people I think charge money to see you or whatever, or maybe it's just the entry, I'm not sure. But you have to pay money if you want to be part of this. This is very important to clarify. And this embarrassing fuck decided to make this, and I had it right here, and I'm going to show you if I can find it. And he just flips around from left to right, and let me show you how many people are in the audience, because this is just beautiful.
So, pretty much, yeah. So, next question. Anybody got a question? What's up?
Let's take a look at this. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13,
Quiet down a little bit so I can hear. I can't hear
14, maybe 15 people. 14, 15 people at most. Let's go nice and be 20. Let's be nice to this guy and say that it's probably 20. You paid out of your pocket when you didn't have a job that amount of money in 2015, where I hosted a Kingdom Hearts panel pan for everyone at the convention. I cover everything and why give us of it and love it so much. And again, his Twitch is gone. He doesn't have a Twitch anymore. It's just embarrassing. That's all I'm trying to say. He deleted his own Twitch channel. He's like, oh my god, I'm such a loser that even he knows it. But the fun part about this is that, again, he hosted a panel, and this is what I wanted to point out. So, he said, so he hosted a panel to brag about attending E3 under press and regurgitated video game releases that everybody could have Googled. Yeah, this guy's a delusional leave of his own. Exactly. The illusion is this. Like when you think you're more important than you actually are, or when evidence is in front of you that you choose to ignore. And he has the he has the inside scoop and breaking news, but in reality he's just combing the web like every other person. Exactly. And that's the sad part about this. But this is not even the video that defines it. The video that makes me hate this loser is here. I'm going to show you the most pretentious piece of shit that you have ever seen in your fucking life for a channel that used to have 4,000 subscribers and lost 500 somehow. Let me show you the fucking lolcow that is Jake James Lugo. Again, a guy that doesn't have a job, lives off his parents, posted this.
Hey there everyone, my name is Jake James Lugo, and I make some of the best video game content around.
Okay, let's immediately before I continue with this, let's look at his some of the best video game content around, because he's a pretentious asshole and a loser. Okay, 200 views, oh that's pretty good. 164, oh that's great. 238. Oh wow, look, 600 views, congratulations. Oh, back to 98. Oh, okay. 185. Oh, that's terrible. Maybe 103. Oh, that's fucking garbage. 12 views in 10 hours? I get more than that, I think. This is fucking pathetic. Now, again, this is so important to clarify. If you're doing this as a hobby, I think that it's okay. In fact, I would have much more respect for this loser if he was just like, hey, you know what? This is a hobby and I have a job outside of it. Like, I made a video about Monday Matt and what the fuck he's been doing to now. How he makes tops $500 off of YouTube every month. And he's like a shuttle driver and he makes about $40,000 a year. So, you know, he's got 2 children. So that's not a lot of money to pay for yourself and all this stuff. It's actually embarrassing. But you know what? That's fine. And he does this stuff and he has this thing as his main income. So let's say in a month, let's take a look at a month. How many views does he get in 1 month? Let's see. 137, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 800 views? 800 views in 1 month. I'm going to go to my channel. I legitimately don't know how many views I got in my videos, but I'm just going to put it out there. I'm a dead channel, by the way. I have 221 subscribers. I have a dead channel. Let's see how many I made in 1 month. 45, 1,000, 1,700, 2,000, 2,300, 2,500, 3,000, 3,000, and 3,000, and very proud of this video, by the way. So I'm a loser. I don't make videos for a living. This is my hobby. I like to have fun with it. But my comparison is the idea is like, okay, I made this video, got 44 views. I'm fine with this because this is not my sustenance. Jake James Lugo's entire fucking sustenance is his fucking YouTube channel and living off of his fucking parents. This is not his house. This is his parents' house.
Visit my YouTube channel at youtube.com/gamerswithgains channel, where you'll find video game reviews, convention coverage, celebrity interviews, and a ton more. If you're a fan of anything gaming and want more great videos to watch online, then check out and subscribe to my YouTube channel. I hope you enjoy. Peace out and stay epic, everybody.
And then they hit you with the lighting so that you can make it even more pathetic. By the way, again, Dead Channel, he's got a Patreon with 3 people in it, I think. Something like that. And he interviewed DSP and he ruined himself, by the way. This channel trailer is funny, dislike, but it might be because the BTN is just, I don't know what that means. Try to make all my videos, not sure why the likes ratio is. Oh, by the way, this guy has like 400 or 500 dislikes total. Best video game content around. Are you sure? I really am. You see, this is what I mean when I say narcissistic. This is what I fucking mean when I say narcissistic. This bullshit. This is what I mean. Are you sure about that? This would be like if I started to make YouTube videos like a month ago, which I did, actually put in effort into this, and just say like, oh yeah, you know what? I make the best videos on YouTube. And people would be like, no, you don't. What the fuck? No, man, you don't get it. I make the best videos on YouTube. Look, I sit down and I record shit. And sometimes I show these people's garbage on my videos. That's it. That's all I do. And that's what it is. And this is the part that really fucking annoys me about this loser. This guy is a LOLCOW. Not in the making. This guy's already a LOLCOW. He keeps posting on Twitter. If you go to like Jake James Lugo, I don't even know if I have Twitter in here. Twitter.com. Hold on. Hold on a second. I don't think I have one. Okay, it's fine. No, I don't care. I don't care. Jake James Lugo. Twitter. Let's take a look at some of his amazing takes and shit. Oh, wow. 1 like. Oh, replying to... This is the only thing. I like that he has this pinned because this is like, oh my god, I made it! Oh my god! Does that mean that that translates into anything? No, it really doesn't. These are just things that he retweeted a long time ago, and this is it. This is all he does. Just retweets all shit, and that's it. And it's fucking pathetic, man. It's fucking embarrassing. It's embarrassing. And again, this is the same loser that keeps like trying to be cool about it, but he has no career. He has no career. This is not translated to anything, man. Fuck, I'm sorry. I've raised my voice much for that. But my whole point about this is that this guy, Jake James Lugo, is a LOLCOW in the making. That's all that I really wanted to talk about. So, to sum up the full concept of everything, LOLCOWs are narcissistic. They never admit they're wrong. They blame their mistakes on others. Some of the LOLCOWs have extra levels of delusion than others. And all the LOLCOWs share at least one attribute, which is narcissism. Chance Wilkins, any locale that you look at, any single locale that you look at is going to think that they're better than everyone else and how much they can fuck them up. So normally this would be the part of the video where I would say, what is the solution to dealing with this so you can improve? Locales are beyond redemption. Like, the only real solution that I would give, for example, like Wings of Redemption has said it multiple times. He has said, like, man, you know what I should do? Like, I should, like, get off the internet. And he has said so multiple times. You know, tomorrow I'm going to uninstall, quote unquote, the internet. Not really, obviously. And I'm going to uninstall it, and then, no, I'm not going to come back ever. And it's like, he came back the next day. Or he said, I'm going to get a job. I'm going to lose weight. I'm going to do all these things. And they don't do them. This is literally the meme. Just do it. Don't let your memes be dreams. Just do it. And they don't do it. These people are not comfortable with change because they've lived encapsulated in their little, like, safety bag areas of the world for too long. For way too fucking long. So they ruin themselves. And they ruin their own lives. And they're the people that are ruining themselves. And this is so important to clarify. These are the same people that are fucking up their own lives. They are the ones to blame. Not the trolls, not the detractors, not your mistakes in life. It's you. The locales are the mistake. And they will never improve. It's impossible to fix a locale because these people are incapable of accepting there's something wrong with them. The first step to improvement is to admit that you have a problem. This is like the 12-step program. When you're an alcoholic, if you don't admit that you're an alcoholic and you keep boosting yourself every day and you think, no, I'm good, then you're never going to improve. Because the first thing to do is to admit you have a problem before you can start to solve it. You can't go to step like 0. You can't go, I mean, I guess you could go cold turkey, but I've never met anyone that's done it, except maybe Mini Lad. But that's because everyone ridiculed him off the internet after it was discovered that he was like, this is not my joke, but showing his Mini Lad to other Mini Lads and stuff like that. You know, it's the same thing. There's so many documentaries about Mini Lad. I gotta go shave, by the way, my fucking feeling like hair in my fucking mouth already. But this is the whole point. And I wish that I could say that there's something that these locales can do to fix themselves, but there's absolutely nothing. The only solution, which is realistic about the locales and fixing themselves, would be that tomorrow, Low Tier God gets banned off of YouTube, on Twitch, he's already banned from YouTube, from Kick, from everything, and he has to get a job. Same thing with Wings of Redemption. If tomorrow he gets banned from YouTube and he goes back to like Twitch, and he gets banned from Twitch and from Kick, and make him get a real job. Like an actual real job where he has to wake up and go to work, and he's going to fucking hate it, but eventually he's going to have to click because he says, shit, I have to work if I've got to pay my bills. Okay, fine. Same thing with Dipshit Pig, which is not going to happen, by the way. This is just theory. This is never going to happen. But if they get banned tomorrow, if the people that give money to this guy want to actually help him, which these people are delusional, when you give money to a locale, you're fucked in the head. Let's get that straight. If no one donated, if this guy stopped being on YouTube, that would be the very first step to cure, because they would say, shit, I lost everything, I have to start again. And they would get a job, they would start to study, they would start to focus, and they would actually probably start to do good at something. What abilities these guys have, I don't know. Low Tier Bitch goes to the gym, and he's got a daughter and $121,000 in debt. What a loser. Wings of Redemption, he's completely overweight and blames everyone in the world, including his wife, of his failures. And finally, of course, Dipshit Pig, who is just a complete loser and takes advantage of mentally handicapped people. Like, if all these people were like, this is the radical solution. This is like the cutting the Gordian knot situation. Like, cut that part of your life. Like, no more internet for like a year. And if you want to play anonymous and you have to change your name, and if you want to play video games, but no streaming, nothing, just focus on yourself. I guarantee that these locales would be able to like get better. Like, it would be like the first step. They would say, okay, I need to get a job. The radical solution, if this doesn't work, they would end up living under a bridge begging people for money on the street, which is not that different from what they do, except they do it online. And that's it. That's all I wanted to talk about. So, ladies and gentlemen, this is sopamanxx signing off. If you like the video, like it. If you dislike the video, you dislike it, and blah, blah, blah. And if you want to subscribe to the channel, you fucking subscribe to it, because of course you do. And finally, give me a follow on Twitch. Please. I want to get 1 million followers on Twitch. I don't care about YouTube. If I get a lot of you followers on YouTube, that's cool. But I want to get like 1 million on Twitch, just for fun. I want to try that. I gotta set a like crazy objective for myself. So that's it for me, ladies and gentlemen. This is upbringing signing off. Take care of yourselves, and I'll see you guys soon. Peace out. Bye bye.